organs, tubes, and muscles and nerves that work together to create, store, and carry urine are the urinary system. The urinary system includes two kidneys, two ureters, the bladder, two sphincter muscles, and the urethra. Your body takes nutrients from food and uses them to maintain all bodily functions, including energy and self-repair. After your body has taken what it needs from the food, waste products are left behind in the blood and in the bowel. The urinary system works with the lungs, skin, and intestines, all of which also excrete waste to keep the chemicals and water in your body balanced. Adults eliminate about 1.5 quarts of urine each day. The amount depends on many factors, especially the amounts of fluid in food a person consumes and how much fluid is lost through sweat and breathing. Certain types of medications can also affect the amount of urine eliminated. The urinary system removes a type of waste called urea from the blood. Urea is produced when foods containing proteins such as meat, poultry, and certain vegetables are broken down in the body. Urea is carried into the bloodstream to the kidneys. The kidneys are bean-shaped organs about the size of your fist. They are near the middle of the back, just below the rib cage. The kidneys remove urea from the blood through the filtering units called nephrons. Each nephron consists of a ball formed of small blood capillaries called a glomerulus and a small tube called a renal tube. Urea, together with water and other waste substances, forms the urine as it passes through the nephrons and down the renal tubules of the kidney. From the kidney, urine travels down two thin tubes called ureters to the bladder. The ureters are about 8 to 10 inches long. Muscles in the ureter walls constantly tighten and relax to force urine downward away from the kidneys. If urine is allowed to stand still or back up, a kidney infection can develop. Small amounts of urine are emptied into the bladder from the ureters about every 10 to 15 seconds. The bladder is a hollow muscular organ shaped like a balloon. It sits in your pelvis and is held in place by ligaments attached to other organs and the pelvic bones. The bladder stores urine until you are ready to go to the bathroom to empty it. It swells into a round shape when it is full and gets smaller when empty. The urinary system is healthy. The bladder can hold up to 16 ounces, 2 cups of urine comfortably for 2 to 5 hours. Circular muscles called sphincter muscles help keep urine from leaking. The sphincter muscles close tightly like a rubber band around the opening of the bladder into the urethra, the tube that allows urine to pass outside the body. Nerves in the bladder tell you when it is time to urinate or empty your bladder. As the bladder first fills with urine, you may notice a feeling that you need to urinate. The sensation to urinate becomes stronger as the bladder continues to fill and reaches its limit. At that point, nerves from the bladder send a message to the brain that the bladder is full and your urge to empty your bladder intensifies. When you urinate, the brain signals the bladder muscles to tighten, squeezing urine out of the bladder. At the same time, the brain signals the sphincter muscles to relax. As these muscles relax, urine exits the bladder through the urethra. When all the signals occur in the correct order, normal urination occurs. Urinalysis is a test that studies the content of urine for abnormal substances such as protein or signs of infection. This test involves urinating into a special container and leaving the sample to be studied. Kidney stones is a term commonly used to refer to stones or calculi in the urinary system. Stones form in the kidneys and may be found anywhere in the urinary system. They vary in size. Some stones cause great pain while others cause very little. The aim of treatment is to remove the stones, prevent infection, and prevent reoccurrence. Both non-surgical and surgical treatments are used. Kidney stones affect men more often than women. Urinary tract infections are caused by bacteria in the urinary tract. Women get UTIs more often than men. UTIs are treated with antibiotics. Drinking lots of fluids also helps by flushing out the bacteria. The name of the UTI depends on its location in the urinary tract. An infection in the bladder is called cystitis. Renal kidney failure results when the kidneys are not able to regulate water and chemicals in the body or remove waste products from your blood. Acute renal failure is the sudden onset of kidney failure. This condition can be caused by an accident that injures the kidneys, loss of a lot of blood, or some drugs or poisons. Acute renal failure may lead to permanent loss of kidney function, but if the kidneys are not seriously damaged, they may recover. Urinary incontinence is the loss of bladder control. It is the involuntary passage of urine. There are many causes and types of incontinence and many treatment options. Treatments range from simple exercises to surgery. Women are affected by urinary incontinence more often than men.
Storing up urine in the pelvis socket. All the kidneys filtering your blood out the urinary system. Now, body taking in food like, what up, I got a Big Mac. You're also filled up by some food from your stomach. Used for repair for your energy. Your body needs nutrients going deep. Waste products not to keep urinary work for lungs and the skin. Intestines, all of which with the waste keeping balance chemicals. Only keeping what body needs. Body will release this. But it's a quart and a half each day. Lots of difference I'm drinking. I'm lost in this one. How you breathing and taking the medications make the total amount of your eating and protein, vegetables, urea in the blood to keep these patient organs in the middle of your back. It removes urea from blood. Removes urea from blood. No, for real. Ask your grandpa. Filtering with the nephron. Thank you. Each nephron capillary is glomerulus and a small tube called the renal tubule. Water waste substance, urea waste substance. Urine is forming in nephrons and the tubules. The tubes are readers to bladder. Urine moving to readers 8 to 10 inches long. Muscles they were tight in the walls move downward. Small amounts of urine emptied into the bladder. Out of balloon-like sac, storing up urine in the pelvis socket. All the kidneys filtering your blood out the urinary system. Out of balloon-like sac, storing up urine in the pelvis socket. All the kidneys filtering your blood out the urinary system. What you know about a hollow muscle, this organ? What you know about your bladder, balloon like thing? Store it, urine inside like luggage. It's just trash till your body will go empty. Thank your bladder for holding urine 2 cups inside it. Holds that for some 2 to 5 hours. Secure the muscles and you can call them the... Yeah, that's they just have to keep all the urine from... Most tightly, not lightly opening your urethra. They push the urine from escaping. Rubber bands keeping waste from passing. And nurse and bladder tells your body when to use the restroom. Use the body or the loo ahead to urinate it. You be like, oh, that toilet, that's hella tight. You're like, yo, I feel the urge to urinate. Feeling the sensation, let's do some simple addition. Bladder it continues filling, that's just when it reaches limb. Feel that urge and let it go. The nurse that, tell your brain to do your business. Your bladder's hurting, yo. And when going number one, the brain sends signals to all the muscles holding go. Releasing bladder muscles like a stress ball. And as these muscles relax, then urine goes. Urine going through.
Urethra. Urinate. Yeah.
Out of balloon-like sac, storing up urine in the pelvis socket. All the kidneys filtering your blood out the urinary system. 2 pounds and it goes. It is incredible. Urinary system from kidneys down to sphincter. 2 pounds and it goes. That's right. It is incredible. Come on, man. Urinary system from kidneys down to sphincter. Out of balloon-like sac, storing up urine in the pelvis socket. All the kidneys filtering your blood out the urinary system.
Perhaps your bladder's full.